Have you ever wondered how King Charles and Queen Camilla got their wealth? King Charles and Queen Camilla are among the richest people in the United Kingdom, with the King earning £86 million annually from the sovereign grant, a number that will rise to almost £125 million in 2025. Beyond that annual salary, the King and Queen have an astounding net worth thanks to their collection of assets, including the late Queen's beloved Balmoral home, several of her racehorses and an impressive jewelry collection that was founded by Queen Elizabeth's late grandmother, Queen Mary. As mentioned above, the King receives an annual salary through the sovereign grant. Members of the royal family will then use this money to pay expenses associated with official duties such as royal tours and the maintenance of royal residences. However, this is not the only source of income for Charles and Camilla, as they also receive income from the Duchy of Lancaster, which is passed on from monarch to monarch. The Duchy of Lancaster covers 18,000 hectares of land in Lancaster and Yorkshire, as well as some properties in London. The entire land is valued at £645 million and generates a profit of £20 million annually. Before becoming king, Charles could have used the Duchy of Cornwall, which covers lands in southwest England, but it was given to Prince William when Charles ceased to be Duke of Cornwall. According to the report, King Charles' total net worth is estimated to be around £1.8 billion, some of which came from their properties, cars, and private collections. However, one hidden part of the King and Queen's wealth comes from their investments. Due to the unknown of what Charles and Camilla personally invested in, it is impossible to get an exact figure, although The Guardian estimates it to be £142 million. The late Queen probably passed all her investments on to her son, and in 1993 a Times reporter discovered that Her late Majesty owned about £43 million worth of assets in FTSE 100 companies. If this investment had remained exactly the same, it would be worth £118 million today. Moreover, if the late Queen had not paid inheritance tax, all these assets would have passed to Charles in full. Although areas like Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle and Kensington Palace are synonymous with the royal family, they are actually owned by the state, not the King and Queen, and so they don't actually make any money from them. One of the most obvious assets that Charles and Camilla have is the family's private jewellery collection, which was founded by the King's great-grandmother, Queen Mary. The Guardian report paints a pleasant picture for the royals, with the jewellery collection conservatively valued at £533 million. Additionally, due to their royal pedigree, it is more than likely that if Charles and Camilla were to put their jewels up for auction, they would raise even more than expected. When some of Princess Margaret's jewels went up for auction in 2006, they ended up fetching 18 times their high estimate, with one item valued at just £30 and eventually selling for £3,600. In addition to everything that has already been mentioned, there are other components to the fortune of the King and Queen. The royal family's private car collection is valued at around £6.3 million, while the late Queen probably gave her racehorses to the King. Although Charles does not have the same love of horse breeding as his late mother, he is believed to have purchased £27 million worth of racehorses. The monarch has already begun auctioning off some of the horses, which are currently worth around £2.3 million. An even more unique asset is the private collection of postage stamps, which was founded by the King's great-grandfather, King George V. The collection contains several very rare stamps from as far away as Laos and is valued at around £100 million.